Hello, this is a reading for Patty. I thought I would just record this because to write this I thought would take me forever and a day. As it is, I'm trying to make it concise so it's not too long. It is your chart, so obviously you won't be, bored by it per se. But still, for the circumstances, I need to make it concise for you. So I might actually split this into two videos just so that it doesn't just go on. I'll upload it onto YouTube. But if you want me to take it down, I'll take it down, and I'll take it down after you've seen it. Or you could download it and tell me to take it down. I'm not, I completely understand, but I think, if you do charts as well, you understand that things sometimes need to be verbally explained. So here it goes. Just to let you know, I am doing more Vedic or Hindu astrology, only not because of a bias per se. I started out with tropical, but it's just the technical aspects I do Vedic. So I'm sure you probably know your chart. Now, my initial look at your chart was, when I look initially at a chart, I always go through nakshatras. Because they seem to give me a more flavor, and I'm sure that, like you have your own thing where you go first. Now, nakshatras are in tropical lunar mansions. Now, this is very interesting because I've never, done a chart for someone I don't know at all. So this is, but I'm just going to go with it. You tend to have overall bountiful nakshatras. So in that sense, I feel like you'll always be taken care of in the material sense. Because, you have things like Pusha and Cancer. I mean, Pusha is just bounty, it's plenty. So in that sense, I feel like, because let's be honest, even if you're a billionaire, you're still going to have good days and bad days. You're going to be like, oh, I've lost several million in the stock market, and, you feel poor, even though you aren't, right? So what I'm saying is overall, even though you may or may not have money problems, I'm not sure, there's a overwhelming majority of bountiful nakshatras, lunar mansions. So that's a real positive thing. And on a note, I'm not going to tell you, for instance, not that I know anyway, the obvious. I think the whole point about astrology, for me anyway, is to sort of go that layer deeper, right? Because we get so used to seeing ourselves in a certain way that I just kind of want to give you the completely this is basically an objective and unbiased approach, you could say. There is, in your 12th house, Sun and Mars. Now, Sun and Mars, I don't really want to get into the benefic version or the malefic version. That language kind of puts me off. I don't like it when they say, oh, it's debilitated. I mean, immediately you just sort of cringe. So I don't actually want to go there. But that was the sort of the first thing, even though I know you're supposed to look at your ascendant, etc. There is a sort of stationary way you're supposed to do it. I went to the 12th house because the 12th house is sort of the most, I don't want to say interesting house, but I guess I will, just for simplicity's sake. It's sort of your spiritual trust fund, right? And the treasures are there, but they're sort of locked. So it's there, and the lawyers are telling you, you'll get all that money. When, right? So it's when you're 18 or 35 or when you get a job or when you get married. There's all these stipulations, right? And the 12th house for me is a bit like that. And so Sun the obvious thing is the father, right? So perhaps you had either a secretive father, an absent father, a distant father. But, the father is an issue. Whether you're consciously aware of it or not. Your moon is in your second house. So, you probably maybe had a dominant mother. Maybe she was a single mother and she had to do both roles. But the father is there as, let's put it this way, a blind spot, maybe. Maybe once you think about it, then you go, I'm not sure. And obviously, because this is one-sided, I can't get the feedback to sort of go down a certain way. So I'm going to stop here, and I'll upload it and see what you think. But I will continue.